I gave a little bit of time for people to step in if they needed a few minutes. I realized this was... I don't know how well this time frame is going to work for everyone being able to view, but I figured have a bit of variety in this regard. So, starting from the top, you will notice that I have a second save file now. It is the one... An hour has progressed, and that is where I am going to do my grinding off-screen. I'll have the before and afters, I guess, for reference, but you really don't want to see me fighting enemies for a long, continuous amount of time, and unfortunately, you need to do that in hard mode, especially in Chapter 2, because I'm just going to be upfront. Duster is not very well equipped to handle what we're doing. So in the last episode, we were meant to go to the castle, but the drawbridge was up, and some zombies started walking the earth. We got some gravestones, zombie dogs, regular zombies are remaining around. I should let you know, if you want to go to Sunshine Forest, you can get to the hot spring, to Isaac's house, and you can fight the Mr. Baddies again, but you can't go any further than that. The game will tell you that a colony of ants is blocking the way, and you don't want to step on them. That is both one of the best and one of the worst excuses for an invisible wall in gaming I think I've ever heard. I don't know how to feel about it. At least they give you a reason, though. Now, I probably should have waited until I got inside the mansion before or castle, I guess, before I started grinding. The problem is, I didn't want to go through this tunnel and risk holding up Ben before his stream during the big day. So I'll show off the Siren Beetle here. And wow, we actually seem to have maxed out on items already. I thought I left a slot or two open. Okay. I got a lot of Thunder Bombs, and we're gonna need them, because Duster doesn't have any multi-attack options. I guess I'll have to ditch one for this here. Come on, Lobster Boy. What you doing? Beef jerky is objectively better than the nut bread, so let's just do that. Now what is this? Running bomb. That's not as good as the thunder bomb, so it's really not worth it. Should I fight another one? I guess I should. Whoop. That was quite a jump range. Well, I guess there's no time like now to use it. Really? That didn't even kill. Edible mushroom again. Well, we may as well use it. Shout out to Mario, I'm assuming. I don't know. How many other RPGs can you think of where you use mushrooms to heal yourself? Not too many, I wouldn't think. So this tunnel is actually not too bad to get through. Let's see if I can... Nope. Well, should have seen that coming. Right. tunnel's not exactly the most engaging part of the chapter, but hey, it happens. Come on. I don't know how many people actually stopped by at the very beginning. I realized that this might not be the most active or engaging game we're doing right now, but I figured at the very least I should have, like, some intro music going on, so I think, brawl menu music, that'll work. Okay. Locked from the inside, of course it is. Another way out? An omelets patch? How does that work? And how... Okay, yeah, he didn't go through here before us. Only way in now is to climb the walls. Okay, if the monsters down there are such a problem, why do you... Is there not another way you can deal with them, my dude? I mean, with all due respect, you seem kinda old. I feel like you'd have a bit more trouble against the enemies down there than I would. Alright, there should be a frog up here, or not. I could have sworn there was one. Whoa, hi there, more ants. Yeah, I did. But this is how they tell you you can put the enemy to sleep. Ah, here's the frog, okay. Yeah, maybe I could have gotten through that passage without, dragging long. These enemies are kind of irritating. See, even at level 15, that took a couple of turns to take care of. And I guess they didn't really give much more EXP than the zombies outside. The zombies gave 25 experience points. They gave 35, which that adds up, but still. Yeah, it's because she is. Alright, so. As you can tell, I have taken great pains to make sure that I will be A-okay in combat, and that absolutely nothing will go wrong, and the risk of me dying in battle is absolutely minimum. So how about we die in the overworld? I couldn't help myself. So I guess I should start this off by saying that when you do die in battle, it's like... So it isn't like a standard RPG where you continue from the last save. What actually ends up happening is more like... Basically, any level you've gained, any experience you have, any items you've gained or used up, like magic spells you have, they will all stay with you, but your respawn point will be the last place that you saved at a frog. So basically, like, let's say that right now I didn't talk to a frog until since the Sunshine Forest. Like, if I went back to the Sunshine Forest to get the back sprites for the Mr. Baddies, then I would have respawned there with all the EXP and items I have from here. That's basically the main gist of it. And I think that just in general, the fact that they at least allow that benefit, it's something that Earthbound did, which definitely helped. Although, you can't really do any, like, sequence-breaking, hacking stuff with it, unfortunately. So its options are a bit limited. Alright, so we now feel sick. That's a different kind of status affliction that prevents us from doing anything too different right now. I think it limits... It's worse for some characters than it is for others, but basically it's going to limit what we're actually able to do in a battle situation. Whoops, hang on a second. Sorry, I hit the wrong key there. Alright. I can't use... No, that doesn't help. A fresh mint will freshen you right up. And, of course, this gives us a fresh mint. So basically, feeling sick is a status affliction that prevents us from using items, which is definitely irritating. We have now opened the castle gate, which makes traversing the area much easier if, let's say, we wanted to run back and use different thunder bombs. We get another fresh mint, and there's a hot spring down here. You see how that save frog is down here before there are any additional fights? You kind of get what I mean when I say they sprinkle them a little bit too frequently. But hey, that works. There's more frogs, there's less spiders. That's what I always say. I guess we'll use them anyway. Yeah, by all accounts, whenever a grinding spot happens, I'm going to try to segment the streams in such a way where there's a minimum amount of grinding occurring, because I really do not want to waste everybody's time watching me do the same nonsense over again. Okay, that's one of Duster's special abilities. He can sometimes get an early strike at the beginning of a fight. Comes in handy. Yeah, Duster, they try to compensate to make him a little bit more useful by giving him that blinding speed maneuver and the thief tools. One of the main reasons that helps is because, as you can tell, his strength is not quite as big, it's not quite as good as Flint's was in Chapter 1, and you definitely, as you may have noticed, he also doesn't have any moves that take PP use, so he can't really do magic attacks either. So, in order to compensate for that, they have to make his speed a big priority. This is a rope snake, incredibly popular. Trade him for one rotten eclair. Sure. Smart to buy as many as you can, but you're only gonna sell one. Got it. Oh, I will. Beef jerky. Oh, let's see, how many... I only have one? Okay, I can trade it for the fresh mint. Got some spider enemies up here. That's another case of a song intentionally getting slower. Thankfully, I've leveled up enough that the enemies are not going to be a serious handicap for me. Yeah, they're really not much stronger in here than out of the castle, honestly. What is this? A mouse. Yeah, a Squeakrit passageway. Basically... there we go again. Basically, if you wanted to quickly get back to the entrance, you can use it that way. This song is real hard to combo. Let me see. Oh boy, this is a problem. Do you see how badly that one guy wrecked me? Like, that one guy just obliterated me. But we got a chick bandana, and... or maybe it's... yeah, no. We got that. It's good armor for him, so why don't we take this secret passageway and go back to the hot spring? Let's see here. Where is... there's a treasure chest in here that we missed. Or present. I guess I'm just gonna instinctively call them treasure chests, because that's what they are in usual RPGs. Alright. I think they run the risk of poisoning you. I feel like they're less likely to use that attack right now, though. And rotten milk again. Do one of the ghosts eat rotten milk? Is that what I'm missing here? Beef jerky. I don't see a point in fighting the ghosts just because they run the risk of getting me sick. Now this is the wine cellar. And these enemies remind me of something, I can't think of what. But they'll try to cast PK Fire and it won't work because I don't know if they just naturally don't have enough PP or if it's just like, I don't know. There's a purpose to it. Man, I am just... it's like every time I get rid of good items, I get new ones back. They're not even really that amazing, it's just they help with what I need them to. Okay, we come down here later. Yeah, I should have probably waited for that. Oh, that's lucky. I'm just not doing it. There are much stronger enemies at the top of the castle. I don't need to waste my resources fighting them right now, because I'm trying to streamline this, and... well, you know, like I said, Duster, not the best equipped. We'll be fighting stuff here later. Hello? Tear jerking, it's hitting, okay? Keyboard, this piano's bright and shiny. What's up? Small moles on my back and inner thigh, I'll never forget you. Your weak weeps. Don't attach anything to the walls of this room, like moles or wigs or wall staples. Good to know. Hey man, you take commissions, I want you to go Dr. Evil on this thing and start playing What If God Was One of Us. I think that would fit pretty well right now. Yeah, wine, water of life. Except you can't drink it without it going through you. I don't understand how that can be pleasurable, but okay. Alright, well this is where... What's up, buddy? Alright. Now, this progresses us where we need to be, but if we keep going around, we will see that there are some presents here. Oh, an Aquarius bracelet. That's actually going to come in handy. Well, I guess we can ditch the Ares one, seeing as how this is a straight upgrade. Not by much, but an upgrade is an upgrade. And I should have remembered that. Okay, not a big deal. We have fresh mints. We got this under control. Yeah, as you can tell, this castle would actually be normally easy to circumnavigate, but the problem with it is just that there's a lot of debris all over the place. Okay, when you see present boxes that are discolored like this, they are the map of the castle. Yeah, I'm trying to get it, buddy. So, this is a nightmare to look at right now, but it makes sense. At least it will make sense later. Here we got Cassiopeia Mint Jam over here. Strawberry Slime. Oh dear. Alright, let me take a drink while the song's resetting. This guy's got really high defense. I wonder why. Eat the peculiar cheese. He loves cheese, so he's gonna get the 60 boost. I think pretty much any character really loves cheese, except for, like, one, and I don't know why, but okay. Or maybe it's... maybe two. Whatever. We'll figure that out. Okay, this is getting kind of ridiculous. How many multiple hit combos am I doing? Finally, jeez. I thought that last one was me messing up. Like, I guess I just hit it a hair too late. That was a good bit of XP for this one fight. And we get a sprinting bomb, which is a straight upgrade over the running bomb. Beef jerky. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, though. Our resources are kind of scarce. Small poles on this vacuum dinner pie. No tall meatballs. Wonder what he means by that. That roach on the floor is an enemy, but... Roach is a very weak enemy. It's not important. Alright, now, how do we get over here? What do you have to say? Why, yes we do. Good thing your buddy is selling them. Now, explain to me how a ghost has legal ownership to sell a living snake. I never understood that, but whatever. It's a very imperfect bartering system, though, using eclairs as your currency. This enemy's kind of annoying. could not get that combo for some reason. I'm really not too sure why. Ah, well. What's this? Okay, so... this enemy in here is unique in the sense that all of them will merge together and create... hang on. That's gonna help. So, you got a sword, a suit of armor, and a shield. All of them will merge together to create a unique enemy sprite that is very powerful. And it's really not worth fighting all at once, because you'll get more EXP fighting the three separately, and, you know, he's not gonna absolutely body you. If you're 100%ing the game, you have to fight him all together, but since I'm not doing that, I am just gonna sneak up on the sword. Sneak up as much as I can in this situation. How does a ghost sword stab with a sword? You mean it stabbed with itself, right? I don't know. Now we go up behind the shield. Huh, there really isn't that much difference between hitting the front and the back. I mean, not as much as you would think for a literal living shield. Oh boy, this is a problem. Are you being serious right now? Shoot. I don't think I thought that through very well. Okay, let's get rid of... yeah, get rid of that. Regular suit of armor I think I can handle. See, this is actually not a nightmare to combo, unlike the shield song. Throw a punch. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Kind of banged up, but I'll be okay. Don't have a lot of beef jerky left. What's this here? We all hated that ghost knight. Okay, sure. Now who could that be? Yes, please. Oh, I will. Don't worry. Whoever they were, they dropped a pendant. Alright. Time for the sprinting bomb. Why did it... that's a problem. Oh dear. That actually would have KO'd me just now. Yep, that's the bad door. Let's get out of there. Ah, jeez. Well, I might be screwed. Okay. Okay. Let me see something here. Can I get out of here? Can I, like, escape back down to the entrance from here? Nope. Alright. I'm gonna have to book it back down because I don't have the strength or resources to fight this guy. I can't... There's pretty much nothing I can do at this point. My health is at its lowest reserves. Yeah, I'm out. Alright, that figures. Okay, well, we'll be okay. Actually, that might have been faster, to tell you the truth. Because it fully restores our HP, doesn't it? Yeah. It won't restore PP when you die, but that doesn't apply to Duster, so we're okay. You know what? Yeah, that was faster. I'll take that. I'll take that. Alright, well, let's fight this sucker. Mr. Passion. Family Matters, second movement. Oh, like Steve Urkel? Or what? No. I kinda gotta get going. Okay. Should begin with the smoke bomb, if I remember right. Yes, that worked. Now, let's try Scary Mask. Okay. Tickle Stick? Okay, all of his stats are down and he's a lot less accurate. Can I use that again? He's kinda doing a good number on me. Of course he gets a smash. At least he didn't get that the first turn. Alright. Should've practiced. Should've practiced this. I'll be fine. I like how it's just 1 damage, and that's the first move out of 3 that hits. Booyah! That was pretty good. I feel good about that. This won't be too bad. I'm doing... Ah, crap. Oh, that's only 6. That's fine, that's fine. I can handle this. Alright. If it was back up like, by 12, we would have a serious problem. Oh, dear. Okay, that's not bad. To be on the safe side, though, I should probably eat this. This guy can attack a lot of times in one go, which is why the smoke bomb is definitely critical to use on the first turn. It's actually not too hard to combo him when it's during the slow part of the song. Fast part, though, as you can tell, I'm kind of missing. This part's basically impossible, almost. At least if you're me. You can probably do it more easily if you actually tried. But I'm a bit of a scrub. I don't really understand what his attack has to do with sending physical objects from across the room flying at me, but whatever. Alright, there we go. That actually wasn't too bad. I didn't even need the beef jerky, but I figured I should probably use it just in case. Alright, Alright, level 17. This is actually getting easier. I thought I was gonna have a lot more trouble with that guy. Okay, so that you feel something warm inside your heart. From what I've read about that, there was an unused mechanic in this game called the kindness stat. It's kind of like, you know how in Final Fantasy X, your choices in some early dialogue options in the cutscenes will alter who you speak with during later cutscenes? It's kind of like that. I guess it was at least supposed to be, but they didn't really implement it in the later overarching story. I think that was just a factor that was left over. You're darn right I will. So we fully heal, which is kind of redundant because we just had the hot spring here anyway. But at least we're finally out of this stupid castle. Only took 40 minutes. It's actually not too bad. And a new day has dawned. I guess that means the zombies are... Oh, right. I guess I gotta... Where's Nippolite? Because I think he can lower the drawbridge right now. Yeah, why didn't you do that earlier, my guy? That's nice of him, at least. He gives us a drawbridge key. Enemies are no longer in the graveyard. Is there anything up at the grave? Flint is always offering flowers. Hasn't it only been like a day or two? Okay, well, whatever the case. That's kind of weird though, because we saw that blimp cross over the castle, but it didn't look like we ran into anything. Unless that girl we saw was one of the army, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Is there anything we can get at the bazaar, Thomas? Let's see. Antidote. No. Not necessary. Oh yeah, so you can bake some items, but it's really not gonna make much of a difference. I don't know what that guy's there for if he's not really gonna contribute anything, but okay. It's fine. We're fine. We didn't even use up all the thunder bombs in there. I'm not trying to no-death run or anything. If I'm being perfectly honest, I died like 3 or 4 times during the grinding process, just because of how far away the hot spring was compared to the graveyard. Legendary Noble Spittoon? They have a Legendary Noble Spittoon. Well, that's unfortunate. So basically, we ended up getting the wrong item, and that's a bit unfortunate. What it's effectively telling us is we fought Ghost Mozart. Goatsart? I don't know. We fought Ghost Mozart for basically no real reason. But the pendant that girl dropped seemed to actually have some value to it. So we're gonna have to head back, it looks like. The princess? Well, I gotta tell you, she's not really doing a good job of refurbishing the place. We had to use a dang rope snake just to cross over here. Alright, so now West joined our party. Now, Despite my ramblings about the villagers, with the exception of Fuel, you're the real MVP, boy. Wes is actually probably the best temporary party member in the game. He, not only just for the fact of when you're with him, but the amount of actual damage he can do. It's a significant difference compared to what you had previously, and I'm just gonna get one Thunder Bomb for good measure. I think Wes actually has his own, like, personal supply of Thunder Bombs he can use periodically as an action. Don't get me wrong, he's not gonna suddenly break the game. There were plenty of turns where he does nothing of real value, but he has noticeably more utility than basically any other temporary party member. At the same time, though, the game kind of accounts for this by making the fights not exactly pushovers, let's say. Well, sounds like the boys are back in town. This is gonna be a real problem. Got Blue Boy up in front. Yeah, because, you know, Blue is always the leader. At least it should be. Sadly, I don't think he's the full-on leader, but I guess you never know. So they came from over here, it looks like. Edible mushroom. Yeah, there are some presents scattered around here. Huh. Well, whatever was here, we missed the wagon for it. Oh well. Am I missing something? Nippolite. You don't have to tell me twice. Strange vehicle. I guess they've never seen tanks in this world before, which is probably a good thing. It's a good thing they left these tanks completely unguarded and are not trying to stop us from entering the castle in any capacity. It's awfully convenient. But what in the world is this guy? He's a problem is what he is. There we go, he throws a Thunder Bomb, just like I said. Ooh, that's a little powerful. He can throw in a Duster's Socks, which does a chance of paralyzing an enemy. Are you being serious right now? I lowered your defense twice, and a Bum Rush still does 20 damage to me? There's Wes's Secret Thief Art technique, which actually does quite a lot of damage to enemies. Oh, of course. Hello. Forget this, we should be fine. He has a regular attack, he can Scold Duster, do a Thunder Bomb, possibly paralyze an enemy, or do a Secret Thief Art technique. That's basically 4 out of 5 positive outcomes, admittedly though one being RNG-based. Whoa! Okay, good. I was worried that was gonna do more. That move seemed to lower its defense by a little bit. How did I miss that one? This guy should be finished pretty soon. When he falls on top of you, that usually means you got done most of his HP. But for some reason, I'm choking on the combos now. Never mind, I guess I didn't need it. Get wrecked, boys. No, he is down. He is down, son. Now we can finally fight these suckers. A pig mask. Interesting. Ah, there we go. That's the paralysis move working better. I mean, if you're a pig, you probably have at least a somewhat good sense of smell. Bag of pork chips. Okay, good. See, here we go. This is actually 50 HP. That's actually good healing for once. Aha. So it does become yogurt. You just gotta wait like a real long while. You know what? Fine, I'll take it. I will take that. Now, obviously, we lucked out in that last fight just because Wes paralyzed him while he was turned around. Do not get used to that happening. That is a very lucky occurrence. It's probably not going to happen that frequently, I gotta tell ya. But if it does... then you just got into a very good position. They destroyed the suits of armor that could defend the castle. Like, they outright destroyed these suckers. That's a bit of a problem here. Though I wonder how. I feel like they're a little bit weaker than the armor. I mean, I guess if they attack in unison. Apologize profusely for what? Okay, this is actually going pretty well right now. Now there's two of the boys. Let's get them. One down. Well, not exactly. Oh boy, this could be a problem. This is a problem. Cutting it a little close there, Wes. Take this for now. I can probably just dodge fights until I get to where I need to get. I think I should be okay. Carpet monster's still there. Frog's still here. May as well. Yes, perfect. So I guess the pig masks couldn't get this far just due to the fact that they don't have a rope snake. And hopefully it stays that way. Well, this is the last room we could enter. There's some weird markings on the wall. Let's see. Someone has opened this door very recently, too. Only the princess has the ability to open the door. Where are her parents, anyway? Duster. Turn the other way. You know I'm causing a reaction, because I'm the main attraction. Taught me this dance when I was very young. My G, you're not a drama club director. I'm not just gonna think to dance my way out of a problem, especially in an ancient castle. Probably hasn't rehearsed in forever. What is this? Guess we'll find out, probably. Okay, what is this? That's the thing that's been passed down since ancient times? Oh, is that what we're looking for? You asked King Oso what it was, and he wanted you to forget about it. Interesting. Wonder if that's gonna come up later. A wink wink, nudge nudge, a hint, a hint. Also, those guys have damn good reflexes. Sure, it's Duster's fault you don't know how to speak. Got your leg caught in the stupid ass trap. I don't know why they had a bear trap this high up in the castle, especially when you consider it was behind a secret door. So realistically, the reason for this being here is because... Well, hang on, I'll give it to you in just a second when we actually acknowledge her name. What are you doing, smelling his breath? I guess you are, okay. Alright, so her name is Kumatora, which I think is supposed to roughly translate to tiger bear. So having her get caught in the bear trap is just, I don't know. Strong, wise, and rather masculine girl. Alright? Works for me. And now... Kumatora joined the party. And with this, go up the stairs. The word on the wind. The omniscience in the form of something else. She is able to use psychic powers. So now we finally have a PSI user. Now, if you were to backtrack to a previous floor, you can still find that out with it. That's a back attack? Alright, sure, no arguments here. So far, all she's got is Fire Alpha and Freeze Alpha, but this is fine. As you can tell, early fights are just gonna be trying to emphasize her as much as possible. What's her level right now, anyway? 10? Would have liked that to be higher. Fleet Charm. So that's basically going to increase defense. We can... Just because having early PP is kind of critical in this game, we should probably give that to Or, no, we won't give that to Kumatora right now. She can keep the pendant so she gets the minor buff. Later, we can probably give it to her, and it'll help a lot more. But right now, that's not a good idea. I don't think I need to grind with Kumatora right now. I really hope I don't. But I'm pretty sure we can handle what the game is expecting us to handle with how things are now. Magic Gelatin. Okay, that's PSI recovery. That's gonna come in handy very soon. See, you like it. This is good game conveyance, okay? You get a person who can use magic, and now, just now, you get an item that restores magic. Not before, but right when you do. And, you know, they have a decent drop rate. Decent enough, anyway. You're gonna notice it. Now, the one downside to her high magic stat is that, unfortunately, Kumatora's regular attack stat is pretty low. But, of course, that's to be expected with a lot of magic users in video games. Still, level went up to 11. Got some nut bread, we'll be okay. However, just because of the difficulty of challenges ahead, it's probably best if I do a tiny bit of grinding. Not to any ridiculous extent where I'm gonna make everybody stay here for a while, but just a few once-overs with the fire. Trust me when I tell you that's gonna really come in handy. Especially if we back attack. Back attacking, not only does that give you an early advantage, but also it's basically impossible for other enemies to in the screen to rush to the aid of the enemy you are attacking. I can't speak apparently, but whatever. I gotta tell you, I am amazed I'm actually able to do this reliably, because yesterday, I don't know why, yesterday I woke up at 4 in the morning for basically no reason, could not get back to bed, so I had to go through a full day with my field placement and with my actual job. Only part-time, but still. Do that on barely any sleep. By the time I got back, it was 6 p.m. I didn't even eat dinner. I just fell asleep until 2 in the morning, binge ate when I woke up, and then I had to let that... You know, it took me until about 5 a.m. to get back to bed, but I was able to sleep until 7:15, so I got enough sleep that I can operate pretty well. I don't have class tonight by any stretch. The only minor problem right now is that I kind of got to get up early in the morning for a staff meeting, but we do that online ever since the virus issue started, so it makes things a lot easier. Other than that, my day tomorrow is just going to be schoolwork, which makes things noticeably easier. Alright, is that enough? Because you have... Let's give her the nut bread. No. Okay, that was pretty good. I like that. I'm happy with how that went. More nut bread. Okay. Get away. Should have ran. Ah, well. Well, that's a problem. Okay, sleep wears off at the end of a fight, right? Yes, okay. Cape didn't come here. This is actually good animation for the cape. It reminds me of something. Kind of reminds me of, like, Skull Servant or Scooby-Doo and the Boo Brothers, that purple cape on a skeleton. Also, I'm sure the music's based off something else, but it also sounds kind of like the castle theme from Mario World. You'll notice I'm not super worried about how much damage that thing did, mainly because there is a heal point coming up pretty soon. So, we'll be just fine. More magic gelatin, perfect. More barrel men, not perfect. Oh wait, what? What just happened? It looked like I plowed through it, but it can't... Oh, the one from the back touched me. Okay, so... I'll go over it later, it's really not going to come up now, but there is a way to just plow through enemies that aren't much of a threat. Now these brooms, I hate to say it, but we kinda need to use one right now. Oh, we really need to use one right now. Okay, so, I'm surprised it happened this late in the level. When a person is feverish, you can't run. It happens at a certain point after they reach a predetermined level. Sprinting bomb. Alright, yeah, it's actually kind of good that they knocked me away. I needed it to. Because this takes us all the way back to the trash can, somehow. And now we can rest on the couch again. Basically, this helps us because we get the follow-up PSI maneuver. It's just, I don't really understand why they implemented the fever mechanic, per se. I feel like they could have just done it in the normal way, where you instantly learn the move when you level up. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's unique. It's just, you can see right now, we hit level 12 a couple of fights ago, and now it's happening. We're about to hit level 13, as a matter of fact. So, I don't really understand what the point behind that is. And, I don't know, it's like, one minor problem I have with the game is I feel like it thinks that being unique is a substitution for altering good, tested gameplay mechanics in other RPGs, and I'm not saying this is a bad game by any stretch. It absolutely is not. I'd argue that this is one of the better, like, Game Boy Advance era RPGs I've played, even though, you know, I'm obviously playing a English-translated reproduction ROM of it, but I just feel like, in an attempt to be unique, it does some things that I don't fully agree with. It's... My only thought process is, because Earthbound and Mother 1 might not have been smash hits even in Japan, maybe they thought that too many comparisons to games like Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest were already being drawn, so in order to compensate for this, they tried to make it more unique by... I am saving a lot, aren't I? It feels like they tried to make it unique by just adding different mechanics, even if those mechanics were objectively better implemented in the first Earthbound. Like, in Earthbound, I mentioned this in Chapter 1, but if one party member dies in this game, then it's not like the experience from the enemy is distributed evenly among party members. No, you just... Alright, she gets PK Thunder Alpha. And Life Up Alpha, okay. And I suppose that's one good thing. If she levels up in the middle of a fever, or if she's gonna learn multiple skills at a time, then she learns multiples at a time. But, like, there's really not much of a reason for the enemy experience to just be a flat rate that you either get or don't for some party members. It makes more sense... You've got to be kidding me. It makes more sense... That's Duster's other ability, is sometimes when you're back attacked, you can flip around. It's unlikely, though, so don't rely on it. But I just feel like it should be a standard RPG where if one party member is out, the remaining XP goes to the other members of the party. I just don't think... I don't know. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I get that there's a reason they do it, but later in the game when we have a bigger party, spoiler alert, I guess, It makes things difficult because if one party member dies, not only do they miss out on the experience, but the other members are not stronger to compensate, and I just find that to be an issue. So Kumatora's physical attacks have this nice kind of electric guitar twang sound, which is, I'm not gonna lie, I like it, but the problem is you're almost never gonna use her physical attacks. I'm using it here because the enemies are objectively pretty weak. Although when you fight them 2 at a time, that's a little different. Oh, shoot. Oh, shield. Okay. So shield basically reduces the physical damage they take for a couple of hits, and it prevents them from being comboed. Let's try this. Ah, jeez. Let's try Thunder. Thunder is not the most accurate move, unfortunately. In the earlier games, it was more likely to succeed. You can't really target a specific enemy with it. It's more likely to succeed based on how many enemies are in the fight, which is not a bad idea at its base. The problem is that it means you're not likely to hit standalone enemies, because you don't aim with it, it just kind of goes. But to compensate for this, it's a very powerful move. Alright, let's see if I can plow through them. That's another thing from Earthbound that they changed. Rather than just walking up to an enemy, the fight instantly ending, and you get XP, you can run right through them, which doesn't stop your progression in any way, but you don't get the experience. It doesn't even really KO the enemy, it just kind of renders them in the blinking state for a few seconds as you plow through them. Again, it's not bad, it's just an unusual change. I guess they figured maybe they didn't want to make this game too easy by giving it that same mechanic. And I mean, you know, I am playing this on hard mode, so I think that determines whether or not the game is kinda easy. Let's try it again. There we go, see, 92. That's pretty good. Fire is more accurate, and it can hit every enemy, but it's not gonna do quite as much damage. I guess it's good I did this, though, because the shield does not protect against PSI attacks. There we go. Alright. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Let's see here. Alright, we're... Whoa, 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 whoa. Shoot. Tried to back attack, didn't quite work. Okay, hang on. First things first, we'll get rid of Fire Boys. Oh, that's a problem. I didn't know it didn't work on them. I straight up did not know that. Okay, at least it wasted the shield. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Oh, ooh, that could have been bad. Yeah, Magnet will take an opponent's PSI and give it to you. Alright, we are about to hit the boss. Level 14. Okay, I needed that. I actually really needed that right now. Okay, Magic Tart. Kind of the same as a Magic Gelatin. Gives a little more. Let's see what I'm doing here. So... Bag of pork chips, or no. What's the thing I can do? Right. Bag of pork chips to Kumatora. Yogurt to Duster. Let's give the Magic Tart to Kumatora herself. take 2 magic gelatins. I'm just gonna give all the magic gelatins to her because Duster's physical attack stat is... it's so much higher that it's not even funny at this point. In fact, give her the pork chips as well. I got an idea. I don't know. I'm gonna take a second here, see if she gets another ability. I don't think she does at this level, though. It's kind of like hatching eggs. You just sort of gotta run back and forth. I will let you know that the boss through this door is weak to thunder, which will help, and that's why you're able to make it work so well. Here we go. Alright. Do a little dance, do a little dance. So, I actually thought this chapter was going to take way longer. It's only been an hour, 16 minutes. Less than that, technically, because I had a few dead minutes when I was just getting ready for people to join in. And I think that that really helped. I severely overestimated. I remember grinding on this for such a long time, but that was probably because of the ghosts making me sick the first time around. Healing Alpha, that basically restores low-level status ailments, which is fine. I don't know how many people are here that are not part of the group chat right now, but I figure I should let everybody know quickly, and that is that the Kids for Kakarot Twitch channel has now been affiliated. So I think that's pretty good, and I want to thank everybody who helped us get this far. You know, we're definitely going to continue from here. We're going to have to figure out exactly... Affiliated Twitch channels work a bit differently than non-affiliated ones, just in regards to what we have to do for setup. That's still being worked out a little bit, but thankfully, we're able to make everything work properly now. But enough about that. Back to the story. This egg. This is the certain important item he wanted us to bring back. I don't know how he planned for us to get all the way to the top of this castle by ourselves, but I guess he has a lot of faith in us. It's known as the Egg of Light or the Hummingbird Egg. The important egg of the dragon. Yeah, it's something like that. Secrets inside secrets, even more secrets. So it's like the... what's it called? Is it like the Mobius chair from DC Comics where it just tells you everything? Probably. I don't know how an egg is omniscient, but I guess we'll figure it out. You could say that, yes. Okay, that is not the egg of a regular hummingbird. That thing is the size of, like, 3 hummingbirds. It reminds you of condensed milk? What? So he thinks I'm a failure of a thief, but he trusted me to break into this 9-floor castle and steal everything. Speak of the devil. Yeah, I beat her to it. How'd they get up here, though? Whatever. Well, I suppose we're gonna have to power through this, although it's gonna be pretty difficult. Wes, get the socks ready. We're gonna need them. When you placed traps around it? That was an obvious trap. Well, perfect aim anyway. It's a shame we couldn't use the rope snake to just cling on a candlestick right then and there. Would have made things a lot easier. Well, it can't be completely gone. It fell down here with us. Has he actually called us a moron 11 times? I kind of want receipts on that now. Ah, here come the receipts. That's not a one-liner. Why did I say that? Oh, well. So here we got this big water snake that just kind of chilled out down here for decades, probably. Alright. Eh, no arguments here. Wonder how it reacts to the scary mask. Let's hit him with some thunder. Hey, that worked. Shoot. Kumatora over Alec. My guy, pretty much everybody over Alec. It's... yeah. I don't know if you were here when I said this earlier. Right now we got Old Man Wes, who is objectively the best temporary party member in the game. Sorry, Fuel, but... yeah. Now, Kumatora is actually a major powerhouse in this. Alright, let's try the Tickle Stick now. I don't think that really affects PSI moves, but we may as well give it a go. That didn't even really alter his defense much. Here we go. Alright, may as well hit him with the Thunder Bomb. Got two. Let's use them. This is such a derpy-looking snake, too. Like, this is the guard. Seems pretty unintimidating. But then again, the dragon in Earthbound Beginnings was also very unintimidating, and that was one of the hardest bosses in the game. Alright, let's see. Are you kidding me? That was 15 hits, like, blind. I have not practiced that. Okay, that's good. I think it's funnier that the first attempt was 15 and not a perfect 16. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's coming in clutch. That is coming in absolute clutch. And I hit the button a little too early. Okay. Okay, now. Controversial issue. Well, hang on. Here's its strongest attack. I would be too. Let's see. Alright, we're still okay. Yeah, that's the snake's strongest move, and I probably should have been a little more careful. See, he wasn't doing it, so I just thought the paralysis was taking too good of an effect. I don't know if the game actually cut me off to make it so that he did the move. Almost felt like he did, but who knows. But I should be pretty close to beating this thing now. Surprisingly, this thing is actually noticeably weaker than the Mecha Drago. Which I guess, from a nature standpoint, makes it... oh, crap. Alright, this is gonna be a problem. Okay. I don't really really have anything left except for, like, the magic items, so I may as well get some gelatin. Alright, at least now I can use Life Up. Okay, before I do any cowboy nonsense, let me just be very careful, because it's critical that Kumatora survive this fight, just due to the fact she's noticeably at a lower level. Okay, good. Alright, we should be okay. There we go. I didn't even need to use that, but it's probably best I did. Level 15, yeah, that's a good bit of experience, so it's important that we didn't miss that. Level up, yeah, buddy. Looks like we washed up in the river. Once again, fuel coming in clutch. What? What do you mean you would have pretended not to see us? You're... My kid, you got more courage than you give yourself credit for. But okay, thank you for being honest, I guess. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, really, and to think I said you were a high-tier temporary party member. What? Where did he go? For a couple, you sure do have a big age difference. My, that's an interesting line of dialogue. I think we should, move on past that before we get... I could make a joke here, but I'm not gonna. It's probably not a good time. Look for him right now, okay? So now Kumatora's in charge. Can we get another Thunder Bomb? Like clockwork. What do these two have to say? You an acquaintance of Wes's? Yes. Huh, okay, so... I didn't even know that line of dialogue was in the game. I guess that's the thing about Kumatora being kind of masculine, but whatever. Scum bucket. That's not objectively true. Somebody else could have looked in there. That does sound a little fishy, yeah. Flint, what's good, my guy? Wait, okay, so... But if you don't know what money is, how do you know it was valuable enough to steal? What do you mean you didn't have anything in the village to steal? What about those lovely nut muffins? Ah, well. Where could he have gone, though? Did he just float further down the river? That was a perfect hour and 30 minutes. That doesn't usually happen. The mysterious group that has been tinkering with the forest creatures in an almost toy-like fashion has finally commenced its plan to alter the town, the lives, and even hearts of the people. It seems as if a grand scheme of some sort is hidden behind the actions of the suspicious peddler who has recently arrived. However, not everyone is content to sit quietly by as the enemy continues its odious attacks from every angle. Flint, whose family bonds were torn to shreds, Wes and his son Duster, the thieves of justice, Princess Kumatora, the mysterious girl who suddenly appeared. Destiny is bringing together those who would use their power for good, and what has become of Lucas, the crybaby. I like how it mentions the mysterious peddler who appeared, but he was only in one scene and had one line of dialogue in that scene. Don't refer to my boy Lucas as just the crybaby. Yeah, really, this kid goes through quite a lot. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. I was planning on actually going a little bit longer because I thought it would take longer to get there. I'll do sort of like what I did last time. I'll start up chapter 3, and then there are going to be grind spots in that chapter. Don't know how much that's going to come into play, but I'll cut the stream in like half an hour or so when I reach a critical location, just to let everybody know. I think that's going to be a good stopping point, and then we can finish chapter 3 next time. You're good with that? Alright, cool. If you have to leave at any point, Scott, don't feel bad too. As soon as I'm done, I'll just log out. You guys can take care of whatever you need to. Because sadly, even though I'm on Streamlabs logged in right now, I would have to go through the process again to log in on an actual web browser, which is kind of inconvenient. But it's whatever. We'll figure it out. All this for a monkey? A monkey they're treating pretty harshly at that. Interesting. So it looks like we're seeing the enemy's actions this time. Alright, monkey, listen up. If you don't do your job, then this girly monkey is as good as dead. We have to put a bow and lipstick on her to signify she's a girl. So a long-range shot caller. Proper name is Salsa, so let's just go with that. Mainly because it works with the naming pun. You can't name his girlfriend anyway. His girlfriend's name is Samba, so Salsa, Samba. It really doesn't make sense if you give it any other name. Got it. So he does a signal, which is the button you're supposed to press on the D-pad. This is just teaching you an overview of the commands, but he'll signal you when you're supposed to. This guy's faster on it than Waller and Suicide Squad, for like the 6 people that remember that movie. I like how they're actually rebooting that movie, and they're recasting everybody except Margot Robbie. That's what Star Power does for you, I guess. I mean, I saw it. I didn't think it was anything amazing, but, like, if you're retconning it already, it's been, like, 5 years, if even. You know, that's overkill. There's a white round building west of here. We're going there, alright? So this guy's name is Facade. Endure it. Alright, so... Salsa starts at level 1, and Facade is a temporary party member. Now, Facade is not a nice guy. He is helpful in combat, but that only goes so far. Let's take this dung beetle, for example. Like, Facade's attack did 10 times as much damage as our attack, so we'd kind of be screwed on our own. Thankfully, he does attack more often than not. We only get 2 experience, but the enemies drop different kinds of dung. You use this spring as substitution for an actual hot spring. You just drink it and you feel better. And there is a beetle there that buys the dung you get and gives you experience for it. I guess that's the building he's talking about, although that looks more peach than white, but whatever. I want to show off a few more fights before I call it quits, because you are going to get a lot of different items in this part. The unfortunate thing about Facade and all temporary party members is they don't have an item slot. I guess I should go over the special abilities here. Monkey Tricks. So, Apologize, which does basically nothing. Dance, which can distract an enemy. Monkey Mimic, which can, if an enemy hits you, you basically return the damage to them. And Make Laugh, which, for the life of me, I don't remember what it does. I think it's just causing, like, I think that just lowers their defense. And maybe Apologize lowers their offense. You're barely ever gonna use them, take my advice on that. I suppose I could show it off, though. Okay, so that paralyzed it by doing the Make Laugh. Of course, it's RNG if it works. Although, maybe I should do that instead of fighting them, because I have basically no attack stat. Come on, buddy. Level 3 already, okay. See, this is the good thing about being low level in RPG, is it goes up pretty quickly if you know what you're doing. I just kind of want to show off more of the items. So hopefully this thing actually gives me a different item. Because if you haven't noticed, dung is a very high drop rate. There's not... no. Do you... Is the dung different every time? Let me see something here. Wan Sum Dung, A+ name. This guy will take as much dung as you can possibly give him. That's 5 XP. Maybe he has different dialogue for different dung. The water will smell dung-like. That's just flavor text after you give dung to Wan Sum Dung. It does absolutely nothing. It'll still heal you just the same. I don't know. I mean, I understand why. It's not so much the water smells dung-like, it's the guy next to it. Under normal circumstances, I honestly wouldn't even be here this much, but it's mainly just because... Oh, that's also a paralysis move. Interesting. It's mainly just because on hard mode, I'll just tell you right now, the boss of this chapter is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, we're gonna have a serious problem if Salsa can't tank a few hits. And, you know, we can technically train later, but it's suboptimal, let's say. Besides, it's best if we comb the desert for actual moves. Insert the combing the desert clip from Spaceballs here. I'd do that myself, but I don't want this to get copywritten. Nutbread. Don't know what Nutbread's doing on a sand lizard, but okay. The room's so big you don't even need to leave the room for enemies to respawn, they do it anyway. Alright, so... we now have 4. Statistically speaking, one of these should be of higher quality. Whoa, 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 whoa. I actually got the legendary dung this early. Watch this. Everyone in Salsa's party gained 50 XP. Okay, that's not a lot, but for this point, it's actually pretty good. I got 2?! I got 2! What?! That's insane! That's actually insane. I've never seen that. 2 out of the 7 I got were legendary dung. That's... oh, man. Wow. That's... wow. Okay, forget what I said about grinding. We are actually A-okay right now. Level 6... I mean, you could be higher, but I think we're fine. That was basically a free 100 XP. And like I said, Facade, despite being a complete jackwagon, he is... I hate to say it, but he's almost as good of a temporary party member as Wes, just because of the damage he can put out. Although, thankfully, you spend more time with Wes and less time with this guy. I'm gonna have to look up what the likelihood of getting legendary dung is, because that's not supposed to happen. I got it 2 out of 7 times, and that's not supposed to happen. Oh, we got one of these things. Okay, do you approach it from the top? I forget. Yes, you do. Antlion enemy. Oh, that's a problem. I didn't think there was that much of a difference in its defense from front and back. Well, I guess we'll try the Monkey Mimic, because it's probably gonna hit me. Here we go. At least now you know how it works. I might be in trouble, though. Alright, we're healing again. We're healing. Perhaps I overestimated Salsa's strength. Oh boy, this guy's a bit of a problem. Sarah Sahara. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually a good name. Bit of a derpy-looking enemy, but it works. Luxury Banana. That's a very good healing item, actually too good for this point in the game, so of course this jackwagon takes it for himself. The most irritating thing about the desert is, unlike parts of Sunshine Forest, you can't come back here later, so if you want the enemy's back sprites, especially these derpy-looking things, you've really gotta put your patience to the limit. Let's see. Oh, hello. I forgot this was here. I mean, I guess we may as well take it back. It's unlikely we'll get another legendary. Then again, who knows? May as well do it, though. Seems like I can dodge the enemies without too much trouble. I would have laughed if I would have walked right into the pit after saying that. That would be one of those instant karma moments. Now, I don't know, it doesn't say Legendary Dung, but that doesn't mean it's not Legendary Dung. That's a problem, you can't discern it with the text, but I guess we'll find out. There is, of course, a middle ground, though, where you get, like, 5 or no, you get, like, 10 to 15, I think. Although it doesn't seem like we're getting that here. Still gotta level up. Buddy, you did a really bad job of proving my point. I didn't get, like, any in-between segments. But fine, I got 2 legendary dungs. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. It's honestly not even really worth it to fight the enemies here. There are stronger enemies you will fight later in this chapter that give much more XP. Really don't fight this combination. Bug spray, interesting. Running bomb. Okay, which one's the... There's gotta be, like, something I'm missing here. Oh, there's a save frog being trapped by an antlion. Interesting. Desert regions like Africa. I mean, I guess I should save him. Oh, that's an accuracy-lowering move. That's not good. Well, my accuracy's low, so I guess I can only rely on Guard and Monkey Mimic now. Which is probably what I should do anyway. We're fine. Oh, a Fleet Charm. Yeah, absolutely. Alright. Yeah, I'm taking that. 100%. Praise be to 7. Yeah, I pulled it off pretty well. Hey, really, that little thing got me? It's not worth it. Alright, Now they're throwing some different upgrades at me all of a sudden. I guess I need it, though. Alright. I should be okay here. That's a cactus wolf, the meanest thing in the desert. You're gonna help me, right? Better. That works. Okay, so dance lowers the offense. Alright. Oh, my offense increases. Huh. Oh, great difference that made. Jesus. Man. How does my offense get buffed and it still does nothing? That's just insulting, honestly. I probably should have waited a turn before I used that. That wasn't a good idea. Shoot. Thinking I'm stronger than I actually am. Okay, that's on me. At least I can endure a lot of its attacks. You're speaking to your banana. Interesting. I hope that's not an innuendo for something. Fasade's full of himself. I'm pretty sure that could be an innuendo for something. Just almost positive. Alright, hang on. Running bomb. Alright, well now I gotta use this. Even if I use up my items, I'll still be fine. We've got a good opportunity to get more later. Come on, buddy. He missed. Yeah, if they miss, you can't really counter that. This could be bad. I got a guard. Okay, good. Ugh. I was actually worried about that, I'm not gonna lie. Because I've only been here in the desert for like 15 minutes. I usually would have grinded more than that, but I guess I just felt kind of powered up by the legendary dung double feature. It was a little clutch, I'm not gonna lie. Bug spray. We got those roaches from the castle. Since I didn't show them off, I guess I may as well now. And by show them off, I mean let let Facade kick its behind. Whoa! Are you kidding me? Well, I lost, but the cactus dog is still down, so that's fine. We're fine, it's not actually a problem. I just go back to the last point in the desert, and we're fine. You're gonna see me dying a lot, because I don't want to waste your time by grinding a lot. Yeah, we're still fine. So that roach hits harder than I thought, go figure. That thing hit almost harder than the cactus dog. How? How does it do that? Will you get out of here? Underground map. Alright, look here. What is this? A pork bean. Yes. Alright, that's another instant revitalizing machine. Give me special permission to use it for now. Well, if I didn't just die, I would probably need to use it, but ironically dying was actually helping. Ancient Banana, he's not taking that one. Alright, so. This is a good spot to stop. Yeah, I'm not gonna have to grind off-screen. I don't know, because this chapter's actually kind of short. I'm at a bit of a conundrum here. Alright, hang on a quick second, everybody. Alright, this is actually a fairly short chapter, so I think I'm going to continue for a little bit. We are not going to get through this chapter right now, mainly because there is a grinding spot close to the end that's, I'm not going to lie, basically a necessity. And I was planning on being here about 6 to 9 anyway, so we should be alright, 6 to 9 Eastern time, so this should be fine. Whoa, hi there. Alright, this is just a dead end. Thank you, guys. I wasn't too sure how well this time frame would work, but I figure that, at least 6 o'clock, if you're on the East Coast, you're probably done work, and if you're on the West Coast, you're probably done school, assuming you're a student. So, I don't know, I felt this time frame would work alright, and like I said, Thursdays are basically my best night to stream. It's just how things are gonna go, I guess. There are some bug enemies here, but you don't really need to fight them. Some tanks. We can get out here. Bandana. Yeah, we're gonna need that. Nut bread. And... Huh, I guess that's close to where the tanks got out earlier. Another frog there. I guess I'll put it in properly. Bug spray. Does bug spray work on these enemies? I don't know. What does this sign say? Please refrain from throwing running bombs while indoors. Well, I kind of used up my running bombs on the cactus dog, except for that one. But okay, let's do this. Gooey goo. They're definitely not bugs. This is gonna be a problem, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I might have to scratch that idea, because it looks like I'm about to get, bodied here. Okay, that's a problem. Well, since I just saved, I'm gonna have to hit no, because if I don't hit no, then I lose my running bomb. Alright. Let's try that again. I was so worried about the cactus dog, I didn't even remember those things being a legitimate threat. Go figure. But I can see what he means about this taking a really long time. Because if you tried to run that, it would be a little while. Alright. 58 XP to the next level. There's a frog. Hey, buddy. Huge pill bug, huh? Interesting. Whoa! Okay, that did more than I thought it would. Speed 2. Okay. Stop an enemy in its tracks, stop an enemy somewhat, counter an enemy with its own attack, perform various dances for different results. The problem is, I do have healing items. Okay, so I'm not completely ruined if they do end up hitting me kind of hard. I guess I must not have even realized I got the beef jerkies. Okay. This might take a couple of attempts, but we'll see what happens. This is gonna require a lot of RNG just in regards to what Facade is about to do. Chew up that goo and spit it back out. Ah, that'd be interesting, if he could. Bubblegum style attack. One of them's gone. That one just edged closer. Maybe I can get it this take. Who knows, if I remembered I had the beef jerky, I probably would have won last time too, but whatever. It's fine. I mean, I had to use up that bug spray somehow. Tried to... What?! Oh. Oh, I forgot it could do that. It can make a copy of itself. I think the copy has its current HP, but thank goodness that did not work. That could have been a problem. But now we're at level 10. Yay! And we get a mosquito charm. I mean, hey, with how much crap those guys gave me, I would hope they would give me that much EXP, honestly. I think there was a slightly better... What, the graveyard enemies are here, too? Let's see. Can't get in there right now. The present's open, but I didn't open that until the morning. That's a time paradox. That is a time paradox, I'm calling you on that. Fine. I think it's possible there might have been a dung that gives you more XP than the legendary dung, but the chances of encountering it are so absurdly rare it wasn't worth tracking down. Plus, I did get 2 of them, so I think I'm fine. Oh, so he was here before. Okay. So this is back when we were at Oso Castle. Meaning if we're resting at the inn for the night, we're probably going to encounter some difficulties. Or we're probably going to see Facade's perspective on the event. What exactly did Facade want the pigs for, anyway? Like, he's not using them right now. I don't know. I think maybe they forgot to follow up on that. Or maybe it was just an excuse for him to implement money into the city. Yeah, actually, that does make more sense. Can I get the Thunder Bombs from here? I hope I can. Nope. Ah, well, it's fine. We're not gonna need him. Oh, right, we talked to the guy. Could make a good doorstop. Yeah, they don't have a use for it now. Here? No? Work hard starting tomorrow, he says. Alright. Salsa is a slave to the man. While we sleep, Facade goes out. Wait until dawn, then storm the place. That explains why they waited. So apparently Duster's breath is naturally bad. Good to know, I guess. And that's where the money went. He didn't take it right away. Would have made too much sense. Should probably get back to sleep before he notices we were out. Well, yeah, if I had a shock collar on me, I'd probably be afraid of trying to run, too. I mean, who knows what the range on that thing actually is. Oh, there's your wake-up call. Military's nicer with their wake-up calls. Unless it's Full Metal Jacket, but that's neither here nor there. Prance around all nice and funny to help charm the villagers. Always gotta bargain for our freedom. Alright, guess we gotta be a showstopper. You're a slave to the man. Guess he's too cheap to use holograms, like, what is it? I think it's France, maybe, where a circus started using holographic elephants. It's not a bad idea. I'd kind of like to see that out of curiosity's sake. Blue skies, white clouds, bountiful crops, stout livestock. Happy families and kind-hearted neighbors. Is this really how things should be? Oh, you heard from the word on the wind too? Interesting. They're still leaving even after my attempts at bravado. But not all of them are leaving. And that's all it takes, just a few individuals to start up his movement. Okay, we got Biff, Abby, Isaac, we remember him, and Abbott. So Abby and Abbott are married. Alright, Monkey, listen up. The happy boxes are hidden in the cemetery. Go deliver them to everyone whose names you took. Abbott, Abby, Biff, and Isaac. He says you need to do it in under 23 minutes or so. This does not take 23 minutes. I don't know what that time frame is about, but okay. I guess they figure if you, like, BS around and try to grind Thunder Bombs, then it'll be some kind of penalty. Yeah, it is a weird time frame, because it's not even what actually happens. But whatever the case. Alright, well, we know where Isaac lives. He's that house by Sunshine Forest. Another chance to fight the mantis or the mouse if you want. I didn't mean for you to actually come toward me. I was acknowledging your existence. Last time I do that, though. Isaac. Oh, I didn't go to the cemetery. Hang on a second. Let me think something over. Okay. Think that I'm starting to forget what I'm doing. I think that actually this challenge is a good point to end on for tonight, if only just because I'm going to forget where everybody else is, and it's about 10 minutes from when I want to stop anyway, so I have an idea to circumvent the grinding issue, and I'll use that with the second save file. You'll see what I'm doing, but we'll be back here basically the same time frame next week. I'll try to do roughly 6 to 9 p.m. That should be enough time to finish this chapter and probably chapter 4 as well. So with that said, thank everybody who watched. You know, I'm not sure how well this time frame works for everyone's viewing schedule, but this was the first stream with Kids for Kakarot being an affiliated channel, and I do want to thank everybody who helped us out. You know, if you were watching, if you were participating, because I know all the other admins have been doing quite a lot for this channel, a lot more than me. I've really only started in the last week, and most of us are trying to do both. We're participating and we're watching just to make sure everything goes along as well as it can. So thank you to everybody, and I hope you all have a good rest of your night. Take care.